Here are all the books I've read in April and what I think about them. Starting off with November 9th by Colleen Hoover. I like her other works a lot more. I didn't like the writing in this very much, but the story was fine, so I'm gonna give it like a 2.5 out of 5. And then Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, 5 out of 5 for both. I mean, I read them and I fell in love with the characters. I'm not much of a fantasy person, so the story was kind of confusing, but these characters made it so much better, and Shadow and Bone did also. The Shadows Between Us, I was actually pleasantly surprised with this book. I didn't think I was going to like it very much. It was just, I liked it because it was very fast-paced, and the characters were easy to like, you know? I'm going to give this like a 4 out of 5. Oh, and the writing was like okay. It wasn't anything special. Twice Shy by Sarah Hogle is a super short read, and it's super cute, so I'm going to give it like a 4 out of 5. Okay, Heartbones by Colleen Hoover. Honestly, the story was beautiful, but the writing I just didn't like very much, but that's just personally. But again, the story was really good, so 4.5 out of 5. Part 2 to what I read in April. Okay, Dance of Thieves. I know a lot of people love this, but for me, it was just really generic. Like, I felt like I had read something like it before, and the characters were okay. I didn't hate them, but I didn't love them, so 3 out of 5, because, I mean, it's not a bad book. Okay, The Wrath and the Dawn. This is one of the most beautifully written books I've ever read. Like, I am not kidding when I tell you this writing is amazing, but the characters I didn't like, and the way they acted was kind of jumpy. So I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of 5, only for the writing. Okay, Shipped by Angie Hockman. Don't get me wrong, this was cute, but this is not a mix of the Hating Game and the Unhoneymooners. Like, in theory it is because of what they're doing, but the characters and the writing just did not cut it for me. I mean, it was still cute, don't get me wrong, it was still cute, but I don't know, like a 3 out of 5. Tweet cute. I like the dynamic of the characters a lot, but the rest of the story was just like boring to me. I'm sorry, but I like the way it was written because it was like nice and fun, so 3 out of 5. Okay, last part to what I read in April. So I read Paper Princess and Broken Prince, which is the first 2 in the series, and I give 0 out of 5 stars for both of them. If you saw my other video, I absolutely hate these books. Like, the way it's written, the characters, everything. Like, I don't even know how this was published. Please don't read this. And then Second First Impressions. Honestly, I had higher expectations than what this book gave me, but it was still really adorable, only because it's written by Sally Thorne, and my favorite book is by her. But yeah, this was still adorable, so I'm gonna give it like a 3.5 out of 5. And then I reread The Hating Game, because what else could I do? I mean, 5 out of 5. I don't care if people don't like this book. This will forever stay in my heart as number 1. And then Ace of Shades, 3 out of 5 for this because I thought I would like it a lot more. It's very slow paced, like it took me a long time to get through this book. But yeah, the writing is nice, so 3 out of 5. Yes, finally. Someone asked me. I'm gonna have to make like a billion videos because I have so many. I'm starting off with the contemporary romances that are like kind of more fun and light and flirty, that they're not so serious. Which, by the way, these are my favorite because if a book is funny and witty, already like 5 stars. So The Hating Game, Second First Impressions, and 99% Mine are all by Sally Thorne, and she's an amazing author, so. Then The Unhoneymooners, and I've heard Christina Lauren has like other really good contemporary romances. And then I have Beach Read by Emily Henry. Oh, I love this book. Then Twice Shy by Sarah Hogle. Oh, this was so cute. The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary was so adorable. Oh my god. Then Today, Tonight, Tomorrow for some like high school rivalry, if that's what you like. Then Shipped by Angie Hockman. And then Tweet Cute, If I Never Met You, and This Time Next Year. And then also 10 Rules for Faking It. And then The Flip Side, which I just recently read. Alright, part 2. These are going to be contemporary romances that are like a tiny bit darker. They're not like dark, but they're a little more serious. Okay, so literally any book by Colleen Hoover because they're so good. It Ends With Us, Hopeless, Ugly Love, Heartbones, and November 9th. November 9th is my least favorite out of all her books, but they're still good. And then The Sun Is Also a Star. This one isn't like that serious, but it's kind of serious in the middle, so. And then 1,000 Boy Kisses, because some people really like it. I didn't like it that much, but to each their own. Then the obvious one, They Both Die at the End. Every Other Weekend, it's kind of funny sometimes, but like overall it's kind of serious. Flock, literally the most pretentious book I've ever read, but you know, still contemporary romance, so. The Kiss Quotient, it did have some humor, but it is kind of like with some serious topics. And then Punk 57, or literally anything by Penelope Douglas. And then the Paper Princess series, if you even want to consider these books.
I think everyone saw this coming. Welcome back to books I read because of Booktok and my honest, genuine opinions on them. I read this book in like 2 sittings, and all I want to say is Adiba Jagardar does not miss. Okay, this book is the sapphic fake dating romance of my dreams. Hani and Yushu, their dynamic is so good. And I also really enjoyed the bi rep in this book. Okay, I read this book for the romance, for this one quote right here, okay? I did not expect it to make me that emotional. And it's not a sad book, it's really not. I just related to the main character so much and her feeling of being an outsider in your own life. And I also have a relationship in my own life similar to Alex and Poppy. And so this book just hit really close to home. It made me feel a lot of things, but it was so good. This book was so beautiful. Adam and Zainab, I have so much love for them. They fit together so well, and I really like how this book balanced cute and wholesome moments with discussion of serious topics like Islamophobia, chronic illness, and grief.
Oh my god, I'm totally freaking out. So last year, like about a year ago, I saw this guy. Like I was at a bus stop and I saw this guy through the window. We like locked eyes, and this sounds so cliche, but it was genuinely like, I feel like it was like love at first sight. Like I looked through the window, he looked at me, he started like kind of walking towards the bus, and like I didn't get off. Like I didn't get off. And this whole year, I've spent this whole year looking for him, trying to find him. And my roommate had a party and she was so excited. I was going to meet her new boyfriend. Her new boyfriend is literally the guy from the bus stop, like the guy that I fell in love with at first sight. Did I get you guys again? One Day in December by Josie Silver. All right, I have a story time. So the other day, my friend and I were in the coffee shop and we met this guy who said that he was starting a new dating app where people matched based on genetics. I don't really understand the science behind it, but basically you spit into a tube and then they find genes that are associated with compatibility and long-term satisfaction. I don't know. Okay, so this company is like not released yet, but my friend is like, yeah, I want to try it out. Like I want to see if this actually works. And I was just kind of like, I don't know. I became a mom when I was really young and I haven't been dating in my 20s, so I'm just like not prepared. But she decided to do it, so then I decided to do it too. And I ended up matching with the creator of the company, who was the guy that we saw in the coffee shop. So now I don't know what to do because I don't know if this is like real, like if the science is real behind it. I don't know. But if you want to find out what happens, check out The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. Okay, I have like the weirdest living situation ever and I need to tell somebody about it. So basically, my boyfriend and I recently broke up and I was living at his place for a little bit, but obviously like I needed to leave that situation. So I answered this guy's ad about moving into a 1-bedroom, and he said that he's a night nurse and he works at night, and then I work during the day, obviously, so we'd never be at the apartment at the same time. So yeah, it's like pretty weird, but I went and I like checked out the place and I met with his girlfriend because he was like stuck at work, and she seemed normal, so I was like, okay, yeah, this is a little bit weird, but also I need somewhere to live. So I've been living here for like a month now, and I literally still have not met the guy that lives here with me. Like I've written him like a note like, oh, take the trash out, and he's like written back post-it notes, but we've actually never met in person. Like I've never seen him before. It's just like so weird. Like we literally share a bed. That's The Flat Chair by Beth O'Leary. So my dad recently passed away, and at his funeral I learned that he had been cheating on my mom for like many years. And he left the house that he lived in with his mistress for me, like after he died. So I'm up here at this house now, like trying to clean it out so I can sell it, because I obviously don't want it. And last night next door there was like this crazy party happening. It was like super late, 3 a.m. and I called over to the guy sitting on the porch and I was like, hey, can you turn the music down? And he was just like such a jerk to me, whatever. So today I go into town and the guy who was sitting on the porch, who apparently owns the house next door, is in the bookstore. And it's literally this guy I went to college with. Like we had a writing class together, and I'm a writer and he's a writer too now. And in college he was just like the biggest, like most pretentious asshole to me. Like we were, you know, we like hated each other. And now he's my neighbor. I hate to do it to you, but Beach Read by Emily Henry.